Hey, real quick, guys, I just want to shout out to Christina from Hawaii and Antonio from California. I just want to thank you guys for buying one of my Lockout kits at the Cash Toast store. I really appreciate your guys' support, so thank you. All right, now let's get into it. What's up, guys? Dave from Cash Toast here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about click fraud. I've seen a couple of you ask questions about it in the comments, so I figured I'd make a quick video on it. I've got some more flatbed operational videos coming up, so if you're interested in stuff like that, like, subscribe, let me know. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what click fraud is, how it hurts you, how it helps you, and most of all, how to prevent it. When you're running ads with Google, Facebook, or Microsoft, your goal is to target and attract quality cash-paying leads. You want your phone to be ringing off the hook all day, every day, right? So the way it works is when people click on your ads, it charges you per click, pay per click. And of course, you want to pay, next to nothing for these clicks, as close to the $0 mark as you possibly can, right? Well, unfortunately, what happens is your competitors know this. So what they do is go on, search for your keywords, towing near me, tow truck near me, and then they go and click on your ads once your ad pops up. That's click fraud. There are bots that do this too, but your main source of fraudulent clicks will be your competitors. Now, Google does sometimes detect these clicks, and you'll see them under the invalid clicks column. They will also refund you the money for the clicks that were fraudulent, but it still hurts you in a few ways. So how does this hurt your campaign? Well, first of all, when you only have, let's say, like a $50 a day budget, and your competitor goes in and clicks on your ad a bunch of times, it'll burn up your daily budget, and it'll cut your ads off for the rest of the day. So you basically wasted that entire day. Even if Google does refund you that money, you still don't get any valid traffic. You don't get any phone calls, so you break even, I guess. And the second way it hurts you is that Google doesn't detect every single fraudulent click. If your competitor is only clicking on your ads, once every day or once every other day, Google might not detect that this is fraudulent. Now, I mentioned that click fraud does help your campaign, and I'm not going to get into quality score in this video, but quality score will determine what you pay per click and how well your ads perform. Click-through rate is also a weighted factor on determining what your quality score is. So if you have a higher click-through rate, you're going to have a higher quality score, which will result in lower cost per click. Now, your click-through rate is your clicks divided by your impressions times 100. So let's say you've got 100 impressions and 20 people clicked on your ad. That means your click-through rating is 20%. If you've got a 20% click-through rate, you're doing pretty good. But now that I mentioned that, I should also mention that this is exactly why you should never search for your own ads. So what happens is a lot of guys want to look to see if their ads are showing, and they'll Google their keyword, and when their ad shows up, most likely they're not going to click on their ad. So what ends up happening is you have an impression with no click. So that's a 0% click-through rating, which ends up hurting you in the long run. If you want to see if your ads are running, you should go into the Google Ads dashboard, go to Tools and Settings, and click on Ad Preview. Once you click on the Ad Preview tool, type in your keyword, and Google will tell you if your ad is showing or not. If your ad's not showing, Google will also give you a reason as to why it's not, although most of the time the reason is pretty vague. Now, another way click fraud can actually help your campaign is depending on how you have your conversion tracking set up. The fraudulent clicker could increase your conversions and lower your cost per conversion. Ideally, you want to be using a call tracking software. That's the most accurate way of doing this. I personally use What Converts as my call tracking software. It's easy to set up and it's totally easy to manage. All the calls are recorded and I have it set up with call whispers. So when somebody clicks on my ad, it brings them to my landing page and then they click the call button. Once they make the call, they hear a whisper saying,
"This call is being recorded for quality assurance."
And then my phone rings, and when I go to pick it up, I hear,
"Call from Cash Toes."
And that way I know exactly where that call came from. It also lets me know that my ads are working and everything's functioning properly. Then at the end of the day, I go through my list of calls on What Converts dashboard, and I pick which ones are good and which ones are bad. The ones I set as quotable leads, those leads are then pushed to Google and show up in my account the next day, right under the conversions column in that campaign. So I know exactly where that conversion came from. If you're interested in checking out What Converts, I've got a 14-day free trial in the description. Just click on the link below. Now, how do you prevent click fraud? First of all, you can't prevent click fraud until you've been attacked. In order to prevent click fraud, you need to know what the fraudulent clicker's IP address is. Once you figure out what their IP address is, then you can block it and save it in the IP exclusions list within your Google Ads campaign. So the next time that IP address goes and searches for one of your towing keywords, your ad will no longer show. How do you figure out what their IP address is? I use ClickSeize. How it works is you set up your detection rules. Once one of the detection rules are fired, ClickSeize will automatically block that IP address and push that to Google. I have my detection rules set to 5 clicks in 20 days, 4 clicks in 3 days, and 2 clicks in 8 minutes. This helps prevent a sporadic attack or just a nickel and diamond attack where they're only clicking once every couple days. If you want to check out a free 7-day trial of ClickSeize, I'll also leave a link to that in the description. If you guys are having problems setting up WhatConverts or ClickSeize, let me know in the comments and I will make sure to get a video out to you guys showing you how to do that. Like I said, I've got a bunch of operational videos coming out soon, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. Stay safe out there, guys.